It's Monday the 10th of June 2013, and something I haven't really been documenting over the last week is an illness I've picked up. It's been diagnosed from a doctor as a viral infection and could last 1 to 2 weeks, and it's really kind of broken my body down. It's extremely frustrating because it's come at a point on the trip across America where I really need to be my strongest and healthiest, because I'm right at the base of the Rockies now, and the next 200 kilometres includes the biggest climb of the trip so far, taking me up to 3,500 metres, so I need to be at full strength. Tuesday the 11th of June, had a rest day today after my horrific attempt at getting back on the bike yesterday, and I'm feeling a lot better. I think I'm going to be strong enough to get going tomorrow. It's quite lucky I didn't leave today actually, because there's been a massively strong headwind coming from the west, which is where I'm going, and there's a huge forest fire just over the hill, so I'm not even sure I would have got very far because I seem to be stopping traffic.
And those wildfires that have broken out in Colorado are being fueled by record temperatures and high wind.
Matt, good morning. The Black Forest Fire has cut a path of destruction here. This blaze has chewed across some 8,000 acres. Dozens of homes have been lost, and this morning the fire is 0% contained.
I'm feeling a lot better. Got myself all packed up, ready to go, all psyched up. Had a pretty terrible morning so far. I'm only about 1 mile down the road from the motel, and been hit by an old chap in his car who pulled out in front of me, and luckily the bike and myself are fine. And now I've just got to the road which I'm trying to take west out of town, and it's shut, and it looks like it's going to be shut for at least another day, and it's kind of the only way I can get out of town, so I need to reassess and figure out what I'm going to do, because I can't afford any more delays. This is driving me nuts. I just want to get going. There's a big mountain to climb and I just want to get it done. I just had a chat with one of these news teams that have just come out of a press conference apparently. I asked them if I managed to sneak behind this police barricade, would I be able to make it up this road safely, and they don't think I'll be able to get past, so this is a real pain. So after being told this morning that I was going to have to wait for 1 to maybe 2 days for the road to open again, I started making inquiries to people that are driving around on the long diversion, which basically skipped a very small part of my route, but I found a couple that were very kindly took me in their truck, and well, I didn't skip much of my planned route, but it's potentially saved me 2 days on a tight schedule that I've already got, so happy I did it. And they dropped me off at the bottom of this mountain. This is the big one I've been trying to attempt to climb for well over a week now. And it's the biggest climb of the trip so far, 3,500 meters. And it also marks the continental divide for Northern America. So it's a bit of an epic climb, and it's turning into quite an emotional one for me because I've been ill for over a week and this climb just has been looming over me. Here we go. It's good to be back on the bike, it's good to be out in the wild. Change of scenery. The Rocky Mountains are upon me. Feeling good, feeling stronger. Oh, it's good to be out at the other end of this illness. Well, at least I hope so anyway. Camping tonight, bit of pasta, laughing. Right, it's about 7 PM and I've set up camp. Not far from the top. I'm about 5 miles from the top now, and tomorrow morning I'm about to get up nice and early and do it while it's still cool. One thing I've got to start being very careful of in the Rockies is grizzly bears. Before I was a bit worried about black bears, but now child play's over, it's the grizzlies I'm up against, so I'm going to cook my dinner, wash it up, and then put all my food and toiletries in this jump bag, and then I'm going to hide it in a tree over there somewhere, just so that if a grizzly bear comes along and it smells my food, it doesn't draw a comparison or draw a link between me and food. Good morning. Had a pretty good night's sleep last night. Got up nice and early, started tackling this climb, and I'm about 200 meters from the top. Having to take quite a few breaks because the air's pretty thin. My legs are feeling pretty tired, but it's good to be near the top, so I'll check in shortly. I'm finally at the top, 11,300 feet, some 3,500 meters. The highest I've been on the trip so far, and it's a good moment. 8 days of sickness, a 2-day climb, and I'm finally at the top, so happy days. Alright, good afternoon. Top of the third pass in the Rockies, the third pass which climbed up into a headwind. Pretty tiring but amazing scenery, and I bumped into these two American cyclists, and they've been keeping me company today. So, hi guys.
Hi.
What are your names?
I'm Allie.
And I'm Alec.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and we've been riding for 29 days.
Yeah.
And
We started in Westport, Connecticut, and we're on the way to San Francisco.
Alright, well, we're going to enjoy the downhill now, probably into a headwind, but it'll be fun. And then I think tomorrow we're going to have a day off. I'm going to join these guys for a day off. Maybe go mountain biking, just chill out. Should be quite good fun, so a nice break. Right, we're in Telluride Mountain Village in Colorado, and we're having a day off today. And our warm showers host that these guys introduced me to yesterday has a rather small house on the mountain. And we're having a day off, but we're going to go mountain biking. How you feeling, guys?
good.
Oh yeah.
Happy to have this time off.
Yeah.
Off, because we're going to be
Yeah,
biking.
because we're gonna be biking. Not enough bikes apparently.
So we're going to cycle into town, and then take a gondola,
Yep.
Yeah.
put the bikes on the lift, go up the hill, come back down again. So, happy days. Handing over to the GoPro now.
Mic check. The groove is thick, so I'ma rhyme like a lunatic. I do this shit with an unassuming wit. The corporation conjured up the bass and the tempo. My name is Lift, that's the intro, now let's go. The flow of life, throwing strife into the mix to depict our condition, and the word is sick. The powers to be are power in me to speak upon stress and strife that I see every day. And launch a speaker bomb, culture of fear is up in your ear. They're telling us terrorists about to strike, maybe tonight, right?
Good afternoon. This morning, Ali, Alec and myself, and also Ali's father, left our fantastic host, Don, and his family behind. They really looked after us in their beautiful home in the mountain resort of Telluride. We're having a really nice cycle today, but Alec, about an hour ago, had a pretty big crash, went over his handlebar, and now he's on his way to hospital, so hopefully catch up with him later and check he's alright. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But on a positive note, I crossed the last mountain of the Rockies today and making my way south. So tomorrow I'll be out of the Rockies, which have been beautiful but extremely challenging. 4 or 5 big mountain passes, every single one of them into a headwind, up and down, but the scenery you can't fault it. It's beautiful if you look around. And this morning I cycled past a wolf. Me and Alec did. It was awesome. A really good moment. So kind of makes it all worthwhile. But for now, I'm going to put the camera away and get on with the rest of the Rockies. Monday the 17th of June, and I'm on my way out of the Rockies. That's my exit over there. So we're going to be heading into the Arizona desert. I got some hot days ahead, so here we go. So here I am, my first day in the desert. Crossed into Arizona today, crossed over the Four Corners, which is the only place in the US where 4 states meet. So I know it's just an imaginary line, but quite quirky. And I was waiting at a garage this afternoon because the wind got a bit too strong, hit my mileage target and decided to stop. And a lovely couple came along and took sympathy on me and invited me to stay in their little renovation project they've got going on here. So over here we have Tim and Carol. Hi Tim and Carol.
Hello.
How's your building project going?
Oh my, well, very slowly, but it's fun. Good exercise.
How long have you been working on these projects?
Oh my, over 2 years. With a lot of help at various times, but right now just working on our own.
And what's the history of the house?
It's my mom and parents' home. 60 years ago they built this place, and they died 30 years ago, and we just remodeled it and hope to use it for guests and guests like you, and we just use it for weekends.
All that cement, hand mixed?
Cement mixer, but it's too heavy to bring over here.
No. We hope someday we'll get water, but in the meantime we'll just carry it.
Well,
contain it like this.
it's a great little project, and you can't beat the setting. Look at this. Just half an hour ago there was a herd of wild horses coming by, which is pretty nice. And I'll show you my bed. This is my bed for the night. I'm just cooking up some food. Microwave. So, another great experience in the US. Day 2 in the Arizona desert. Last night I stayed in the house of Tim and Carol, who I introduced you to. Thank you very much guys, really appreciate the shelter over my head and a comfortable bed for the night, so thank you very much. I'm making my way west now, and I've got a nice early start this morning because what I've kind of figured out is the wind picks up at around 11 o'clock, so that providing I get going super early in the morning, I should be able to avoid these winds. I might be twiddling my thumbs in the afternoon, but it's better than cycling into a headwind all day, so I don't know, it's just a question of pedal, 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 hydrate, 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 sleep, sleep, sleep.
You must face yourself and you must say,
I spoke way too soon. As soon as I stopped talking to you, someone literally just turned the tap on in the wind, so here I go again. By myself, cycling into a headwind. What's the point? Sorry, it sounds like I'm moaning a lot, but it's so bloody demoralising. It's just, I can't hit my mileage markers. Exhausting work. By myself. Just takes all the enjoyment out of cycling, and it just really is putting a massive downer on this trip. Every day since I left Kansas, cycling into a headwind. After a whole day of climbing hills, I've finally got back up to around 2,000 meters and I've reached my destination. She's deep, she's mighty, and she's grand. Here I am at the Grand Canyon. Quite the sight. I've been looking forward to this for the whole of America, and I'm really happy to be here. I've camped just over there, and tomorrow I'm going to make my way down the canyon along the top on my bike and camp somewhere down there and have a half day off. So a welcome break, and wow, one hell of a view. I've never seen anything like this. It really is stunning. Right, I'm just south of the Grand Canyon. It's about 4:45 in the morning, just getting up. And look what's outside my tent. I'm about 200 kilometers from the Californian border, and I've been cycling along the historic Route 66, and this town I'm coming into claims to be the birthplace, so go and see what it's all about. It's quite cool, all the older buildings, little jailhouse here, gun shop, Wells Fargo. It's pretty amazing to see what it would have looked like. What it would have looked like back in the day.
Follow the sun, and which way the wind blows when this day is done.
Good morning. It's the 27th of June, and today I'm going to be crossing from Arizona to California. It'll be a good moment for me. It'll be my final state in the US, and I'm making my way towards Los Angeles. So I've got about 380 miles left to go till I reach the coast, and well, I'm looking forward to it. Another beautiful sunrise in the Arizona desert though. There's a heat wave coming in, expecting highs of like 50 degrees, so it's going to be pretty hot. I've been starting at sunrise every day in the desert. It really helps to kind of get the miles under the belt early while it's a bit cooler, but probably even more essential over the next few days with this heat wave coming in. So I'm going to stop chatting to you and get on with it.
Today could be one of the hottest days ever recorded on Earth. The temperature may hit 130 degrees.
It's a big heat ridge across the west.
I'm wondering if I've taken it a step too far this time. It's been a heat wave for the last day or two. I'm about 250 miles from the coast. I'm still very much in the desert. And it's been up to 49, 50 degrees today, Celsius. I took a long break at lunchtime to avoid the heat of the day. I took all the precautions I could. But the problem was I had a 60-mile stretch from where my last break was to the next town. There's no water, no food stops. I've done it before, I've done that kind of length before, but it's all into this bloody headwind and it's really slowing me down. For some reason I'm really struggling to breathe. I've just thrown up on the bike, which is why I've pulled up under this bridge. Try and get some shade. I've got 4, 5, 6 litres of water left. 70 kilometres to go. I haven't felt like this before. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Home, you're so far away, come on home.
Right, I've done about 20 kilometres since I last spoke to you. Feeling a bit better, but absolutely knackered. It's getting dark, it's getting a bit cooler, which is nice. I'm nearly at the top of this hill, and then I've got 50 kilometres to get to the next town, where I've been promised there's a garage, and I'm imagining cold fountains of cold water and Gatorade and ice cream. Oh, I can't wait. Dry mouth. Won't forget this day. I don't know if you can see me, but it's just going from bad to worse. I've still got another 20 kilometres to go. I just came within inches of running over a very big snake. A few minutes later I saw another snake, and well, I hate snakes, so it's not good. The front light of my bike is completely broken, so all I've got is this little headlamp. There's loads of debris on the road, loads of like old tyres and stuff. I've always had 2 big crashes. Oh, this is just so unbelievably exhausting. After one of probably the most intense days on the bike, and certainly I hit a new low this afternoon. 100 miles, 1500 metres of climbing, the hottest temperatures of the trip. But anyway, I've gone and treated myself to a motel, bagged a deal for $25, and it's been run by the garage over the road. They gave me a free lemonade. Got the Gatorade I've been craving for the last hours, and ice cold water, because the water that I've been drinking has been the same temperature as air, which has been 40 to 50 degrees. So it's been drinking like hot bath water. But I'm so happy to be here. I need my body to recover before I can take on the final leg, because it's not getting any cooler. Playtime is definitely over. It just took me over an hour to do 10 kilometres, which is 6 miles into this headwind. It's just not funny anymore. Can't wait to get to LA, can't wait to jump in that ocean. This is definitely the hardest challenge of the trip. It is so incredibly boring now. Every day. Right, today's the day. I'll be jumping in the Pacific Ocean this afternoon, and I've got about 60 miles to go. I got up nice and early before the sun rose, and tried to be clever and went on the freeway this morning because I thought it'd be nice and quiet. I was promptly removed by a lady called Officer Michelle. She was very nice about it though. So that's all good. I'm back on the normal route now. I'm making my way towards Hollywood. So I'm doing well today. I ran in with the police and a broken chain. Second time it's broken in the last few days. Whatever this outer being is that's trying to stop me from getting to the ocean is not going to succeed. I don't care if I get there tonight and I have 10 punctures. I'm getting to that ocean today and I will be jumping in it. So Just need to plug away, fix my chain and hope that's it. One chain fixed, back on the road. Just on the outskirts of LA now. About another 40 kilometers to go. And getting very excited, got butterflies in my stomach. And just found a bike path, which is quite nice. So hopefully it's going to take me in all the way down this road towards Hollywood. Here we come. So as I enter LA on this quiet cycle path, I think it's an appropriate time to reflect a bit on this continent. The first half, as you'll see in the videos, from Miami to Kansas, I found to be relatively unchallenging on the cycling front, pretty flat, and you know, only 3 or 4 days of headwinds at worst at a time. And little did I know that when I was going to enter Colorado, I was going to come down with my first real proper sickness of the trip, and then be hit every day on the bike from Colorado all the way to the coast with a headwind. And not to mention that, not only that, is the heat wave through the Arizona desert and California. It's really tested me and really tested my body. But I think back to when Mark Beaumont cycled around the world for his world record, and he said he would never cycle through Pakistan again, but he's glad he did it. And I feel the same way. You can never pay me to do what I've just done again, cycle through that desert in this heat and through that wind. But I'm glad I did it, because I've learned a huge amount about myself, about my body, and well, it's a challenge complete, nearly, anyway. So here I am, quite literally over the Pacific Ocean, end of continent number 3. Cycled all the way from Miami to Los Angeles. I've now cycled across 3 continents, 22,000 kilometers, and it's a great feeling to be here. This is the reward for the suffering that I've been through the last 3 or 4 weeks. And well, it's also the 4th of July, so as you can see, it's very, very busy. But definitely a reason to celebrate, and well, it's good to be here.